Hi, it's Lyndon here again from Yummy Tummies on day 3 of postnatal exercise and nutritional programs. This is all designed again to help you get back in shape post-natally after delivery of your baby. So we talked about yesterday about the rule of exercise on your body and what exercise to do, what exercise to avoid. Today I want to talk more about recovery and nutrition. So there's a lot more nutrition sort of requirements postnatally, because what you need to remember now is the body needs time to heal, it needs time to recover, and it needs time to sort of get a lot of good nutrients in to progress forward. And especially if you're breastfeeding, what you need to do is make sure you're getting all those nutrients to your newborn baby. So just one thing with breastfeeding, if you are breastfeeding, then what you need to do is I wouldn't never recommend trying to reduce your calories when you're breastfeeding, because one, the breast milk can dry up, so that can restrict things. Then the type of nutrients getting to the baby will diminish as well. So it's not a good time to try and really lose weight through calorie restriction, because you need an extra, sometimes even up to about 500 calories a day to maintain the good amount of nutrients and make sure that enough breast milk is being produced for your baby. So on the note of that, nutrition, water is a huge one as well. That can also, if you decrease in water intake, that can also restrict milk production. So all those different things will have an impact on your breastfeeding, etc. If you're not breastfeeding right now, then those don't really apply to you, but you still need time to have a lot of good nutrients in your body for recovery wise. So a couple of different nutrition strategies you can look at doing is make sure you're getting consistent meals on, etc. throughout the day. What this is very important for is regulating your blood sugar levels. When you eat something, your generally body digests, etc., and you get a little spike in your blood sugar levels, and they can roll back down again. The more simple, refined sugar it is, the higher the spike. Okay, the bigger the spike, unfortunately, the bigger the fall as well. So what you're going to be choosing is different foods which more regulate this blood sugar level, but not having big gaps between meals, because the body will just come down again, you'll crash, and you'll just need to get back up again. So it's trying to get some good simple one ingredient. I like to talk about one ingredient foods, like not packaged foods and everything. I know right now it's quite tough if you're trying to cook and look after one, maybe two, maybe three babies. Basically, there's a lot of stuff going on. Then sometimes it might need a bit of help and a bit of organisation by, if you can get some help, great. If you can get some some home cooked meals delivered, sort of thing, whatever you need to do, get through this quite tough period. But you need to look after yourself as much as possible. In terms of water intake, there's a formula out there. If you work out your body weight in kilograms, it's 0.033 times your body weight in kilograms, which will give you the amount of litres of water you should be drinking per day. For example, if you're 60 kilograms, okay, that's an easy one to work out. Even I can do it on my fingers. It's 2 litres a day. Okay, so if you weigh 60 kilograms, it's simple. 2 litres of water a day. Slightly more, maybe another 250 mils more if you are breastfeeding. Okay, but also if you weigh more than 60 kilos, slightly more than 2 litres, or less than 60 kilos, less than that. So that's quite a simple, good benchmark to look at. In terms of sometimes you more than likely you are pretty tired right now, and the solution you probably think of is going through a sugar thing, a craze sort of thing. Myself and my wife, when we did it, we're both absolutely knackered. Trying to work on 3 hours sleep is never much fun. So we just relied on sugar. We just said, oh great, hungry, fine, oh, chocolate bar, great. But what you tend to do, you tend to get into a bit of a habit of, oh, another chocolate bar. As soon as you're tired, another chocolate bar. And that's again where that sugar spike bumps it right up and crashes back down again. So trust me, been there, done that with the amount of sugar and etc. we used to have, to try and get through those tired periods. Makes you feel shit, makes you feel a lot worse than if you just lots of good food and everything and good nutrients and lots of water and looking after yourself. So it's trying to avoid going to the sugary sort of intake and such with it, because it will It might feel good initially when it tastes great and the rest of it, but it does tend to make you crash a fair bit. So try and avoid these simple sugars and processed foods and everything, just as much as possible, real nutritious food. And different strategy, for example, we use a home delivery, use a car day for home delivery, so I think it saves time. These things save time, etc. Trying to get, you know, pack up all the equipment, and there must be 5,000 different things you need to get your baby out the door, and the pram and change bag and all the rest of it, and all sorts of stuff. Sometimes it's easier, go online, do a home food delivery, get it in, and then the food's all there. It saves just so much time, especially in the initial stages when you're just trying to survive, basically. So different strategies like that will help. Just have some nice fresh water there all the time, and just get into some good healthy eating habits. Another thing is sleep patterns. I should have mentioned the word sleep. Some people might be lucky and actually getting some sleep at night, but right now my guess is it's interrupted sleep. It's messed up sleep. It's just waking up at different crazy times in the morning. It's got different feed patterns going on, etc. with it. But what we need to look at is what's called circadian rhythms. This is your normal sleep-wake cycle, where throughout in the morning you've got cortisol being released, okay, and then it gets slow. That's designed to wake you up, get you moving, and then it calms down towards the end of the day. Melatonin basically kicks in, and that sort of is a sleep hormone which tends to makes you relax as a recovery hormone, and helps you to sleep more. Obviously, with your baby waking up at different times of the night, that's going to mess up all your recovery. So your cortisol levels will raise up a bit. You won't be resting physiologically or psychologically as well as you could be. So that's going to mess a few things up. What you can do is try and time your feeds around different times, so you're trying to get as maximal sleep as you can. And also, any day, time throughout the day, if your baby's having an afternoon sleep time, then maybe try and get a quick half hour, an hour for sleep. That does make a difference. But if your sleep pattern's messed up, try and rely on your nutrition strategy. Make sure your nutrition's pretty good. So then, if your sleep's rubbish, get your nutrition good. So at least then that tries to balance things out a bit. Okay, it does make a difference, and it does make you feel a lot better if you nail one of these. If your sleep patterns are pretty rubbish, and if your nutrition's just rubbish sort of thing, you're going to feel like shit. You're going to feel really tired, and the last thing you feel like doing is trying to get exercise and get back into shape, etc. And it's going to be just bloody hard work. It's going to be really hard work. So it's just getting a few things going with it. Make sure that you can try and find the balance of a few things. Try and get those good nutritious food into yourself, etc. Which will give yourself a nice, good, healthy chance of getting everything back and moving again. So this has been three different days, etc. Just to talk about some general things you can do. Again, as I said, if you want more help, as I said yesterday, if you want more help, you can always email me at Lyndon, Lyndon, at yummytummies.co.uk, and I can sort of answer your questions if need be. I do have some different programs which help out, etc. with this as well. So some online sort of follow along blueprint basically, and also different coaching groups, etc. coming up. I never hard sell. I'll probably be getting some emails from me and talking about the different things you can do. If you sign up, cool. If I can help you in any other way, just let me know. So good luck with everything. I hope this has been helpful, and yes, let me know how you get on.